I was very lucky to get hold of this year. The Travel Wars in Time Space box set, which had the Target cover versions of the books of the Doctor Who and Daleks, which was originally called Unexciting Adventure with the Daleks. And it's a big welcome to have Wayne Russell as an extra, not just reading the story for you, but also give you his interpretation of what he thought about the versions of the 3 books of the Crusades, as well as the Starbase, which was based on the Web Planet. So it's a nice big welcome to hear that. And these are 3 books, folks. It's I had definitely had the Starbase when I was a kid, and the Daleks. But, the Crusades is the first time for me, so that was quite enjoyable. Let's put all this back in the next box now. I've been looking at the having seasons 3 with the soundtracks. With the whole season 3 on audio format, with the Galaxy 4 and the Mythmakers, and the Mission to Known, and the Dalek Master Plan, and the Massacre, and the Castle Toy Maker, as well as the 3 existing stories that do exist of that season. It's nice to get that little touch from Peter Pelvis talking about his time on Doctor Who, as well as Anneke Wells, as well as the sound qualities of these are really quite good. And in this way, I think it gives more feel of season 3, which we normally get, because I know there's a lot of them missing. At least you're judging it by story. I think the only one I would say I find very difficult by soundtrack, well, most of the Hartnell years, they've spent most of their time talking, where the Carlton years were more action and difficult to hear when just looking at the sound on its own. With Hartnell years are a bit more different. I found it rather a dark season with the Dalek Master Plan. It's quite a dark story really, compared to the others, from like The Chase was more light humour and light The Chase and kind of comedy, and where Dalek Master Plan was more death or go. I'm glad that they didn't kill Honk quickly, because I know the actress would have stayed on and would like to stay a few little bit longer if she had the choice. But I'd rather have her leave in the way that she did at the end of the Mythmakers, compared to being killed off in the middle of the Dalek Master Plan. That's the companion section. Just Cadbury. Let's see if I pronounce that name correctly. I'm just talking companions names. It's not always easy. When you try to get things ready, recording and talking at the same time, it's not always easy. You get everything ready. What's the name? Katerina, as it comes to I know that they were just decided to get rid of her very quickly because they thought for a period to be very difficult to do. But considering that most of the time the companions are, yes, Doctor, what's that? You're marvellous. I mean, it's funny that they're considered the most strongest companions of the 60s, having to be period drama companions from Fraser Hines playing Jamie and Victoria Waterfield who played Zoe. Victoria Waterfield played by Debbie Watson, where there'd been two period drama characters who were the most popular companions of the 60s, probably the most remembered. They told me, yeah. Shame that, really. I think that it just happened to be that if it wasn't for the Dark Master plan, maybe she would be able to stay a little longer. But I don't think she would stay more than a couple more stories anyway. But it was a bit of pain, I suppose, that Dark Master plan. I know that it's a very difficult season with the people behind the scenes to deal with that story, and some people end up leaving a bit more sooner than disagreements the way it was going, more troublesome. Even if it didn't probably not show it on screen, but there are hints, problems behind the scenes. I know that Stephen Taylor from that season 3 had a much longer story to go through, like the massacre. That's not too bad story. I know that sometimes may have to listen to it quite a few times to get an idea of the storyline, but it's all fine. But not as difficult as the Crystal Toy Maker, which is more visual type of story, and which unfortunately suffers a bit. We just wish they recovered more episodes of that story to get a more idea of that story and feel. That's the only story from that season which is the most difficult story to judge with just the sound. You could tell that the style story was beginning to change by the end of the stories of telling and format. The beginning with the format which we gradually got to know really shows between after the Savages, which is amazing. I think that sounds like a good story, and I just about to finish that one, and from what I'm hearing, I think it's going to be quite a good listen to. I always enjoy the arc. I like the ideas, very good ideas. You can see why they probably reused the idea of the arc in future Doctor Who stories a few times. And you can see those styles are like the unique type of stories that were going to come in the future, as you can tell from the storyline from the War Machines. It's a funny season. It's quite a mixed bag from what I'm gathering. I still think it's a good 8 to 9 rating for a good season, I think. But it's maybe some people might find it more difficult to follow some aspects of the story, but I think there's always going to be something for someone. Right, it's time I signed off, I suppose.